I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the route tree, something that I've utilized since I was in high school, something that I'm very familiar with, and I've used that terminology throughout my career. So I'm going to walk you through a one route. We call it a run route is a hitch route. It's a 5-yard hitch route. You want to be +4 outside of the numbers. That's if you have the NFL numbers. You want to be +4. When you come to the line of scrimmage, whichever way the ball is inside of you, you want to have your inside foot up. Get into a good aggressive position at the line of scrimmage and be in attack mode as soon as you come to the line. That's what I'm thinking. I'm always thinking attack, 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 attack. How can I beat the man in front of me? So on the hitch route, you want to come off explosive. You want to make the defensive back thinking that you're running a go on him. That's the most effective way to beat a man on the hitch route. You want to give him all the body language that you're trying to run past him, and then when you get to your depth, you stop. Put your foot on the ground, and the ball should be right there on you. A two route, it can either be a slant route for X's or it can be a drag route if you're on the backside of, say, a naked. So when I'm thinking on a slant route, especially in press coverage, I want to be aggressive. I want to attack the defender, be physical, dictate to him what you want to do. Don't let him dictate to you. You dictate to him. So when I come to the line of scrimmage, say the guy's in front of me. You have to come up to the line of scrimmage, ball's inside. Again, you want to have your inside foot up. There's a lot of ways to beat the man if he's pressing you like this. You can either attack him inside immediately. So you come off the line, you get inside of him. You reset your stem, and then you separate from him. You can also use a speed release where you come off the ball, you attack him, get his hips turned, club him back inside, and come underneath for the catch as well. So you want to be able to work both techniques because you have to utilize all of them. You know, when you're playing against a good defender, they're not going to be able to use the same moves every single time. You have to be able to, you have to be versatile in what you're doing off the line of scrimmage and be able to attack your man from many different positions. We call it a three cut. A three route could either be a 4-step quick out or it could be a 6-step quick out, depending on what system you are. We also call it a semi route. So we want to run this route right on the numbers. You want to be right on the numbers. So the numbers here, you want to have your foot right here. You want to keep as much space to the sideline as you possibly can because it's very much a timing throw. The quarterback's taking a 5-step drop and he's throwing it to a spot. And you want to get to that spot at the same time the quarterback's throwing the ball there. All right? The key to running a 3-cut route is giving him upright posture and being able to come out of your break low, because the key to getting out of a break is you got to drop your hips. Especially for a big man like myself, the most important thing for me to do is drop my hips because most cornerbacks I'm playing are much smaller than me or much quicker than me. So I can't give them any indicators that I'm running a speed cut. So I'm walking you guys through the 3 route, also commonly referred to as a semi. So it's a 6-step route. All I'm doing is getting my inside foot up again. When I hear the ball snapped, I'm exploding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm coming out of the route. I'm coming flat, trying to get friendly, we call, so we can close in on the ball and make sure that the path is less because the defensive back is breaking on it. So I want to attack the football in the air, coming flat, and that's the key to that route. And it's a timing route. I've caught a lot of them in my career, and something that you really want to get good at. And it's only going to get that good at it by repetition. You know, every day in practice, I would say I probably catch 10 of those balls in practice. It's a really big part of our offense, something that you really, really work hard to do because it's one of those catches that that you have to be able to make no matter what the circumstances are. The cornerback could be outside leverage, he could be inside leverage, but that's our bread and butter, and we have to win on that route no matter what. The 4-cut and the 5-cut are very similar routes to me. I know people will say, why do you think that? But I always set my big end, and my comebacks up off the same stem. You want to DBX to never be able to know if you're going in and out. At the top of your route, you have to be able to run very fast. You can't give an indicators raising to drop. You have to continue to run. And so my philosophy always when I'm running big ends and comebacks, we run the big end at 20 yards, a 20-yard end. We run the comeback at 18 yards. So I want to be running full speed through 15 yards because most defensive backs, once you get up to them at 12 yards, they're going to open their hips and they're going to start running away from you. So when I get to 15 yards, I want to be full speed, not giving them any indicators. And for the forecut, when I get to about 16 yards, when I stick my foot on the ground, I'm coming flat and friendly, and I'm naturally going to roll to about 18. You want to catch that. You want to catch that 2 yards inside of the numbers. Same thing I'm thinking for the 5 cut is the same thing I'm thinking for the end. I want to run through 15 yards, and when I get to my break at 18, I'm stopping, putting my foot in the ground, coming back at a 45-degree angle to the sidelines, and that's where I'm going to catch the ball. The quarterback's going to throw it to the same place every time for you, and that's an easy catch that you should be able to make. I want to talk to you guys a bit about the six route, also commonly referred to as a curl. This route is a concept that everybody in the country runs. You guys should also be very familiar with this route. I want to line up 2 yards outside of the numbers, get upside. This route is complemented usually by a man inside of you who's going to be running a flat route. So he's trying to pull that linebacker out so he can open that hole for you right inside the numbers. That's where you're trying to run it. It's probably you catch it about 12 yards. So the key to running a 6 cut for me is I want to be able to set my cornerback up because usually he's sitting inside leverage because he has a man inside of him. So he knows that most balls are going to be thrown to the outside. That's what he's thinking. That's what defensive back is thinking. So I want to get up. I want to be running through 10 yards at full speed. That's the key because you have to get him to open his hips. And once you get through 10 yards, you put your foot in the ground and you come right back at the quarterback. That same angle, attacking the ball. The 7 route for us is also known as a bench route. The bench route can be run many different ways. You see a lot of teams running it, but the basic way we run it right on top of the numbers. You want to be right on top of the numbers. We usually push to the inside, so we stem inside, we push vertical to 15 yards, and we speed cut out. That's if it's the middle field closed and the safety is in the middle of the field. Now, if it's cover 2 or even cover 4, you run that same route in terms of you stem inside, you push up the inside of the numbers, but you take a high angle. So you put the safety on the bind and you can high-low the safety because the running back is coming out into the flats. So you want to put a high-low on the cornerback. That's the conversion for a 7 route for us. Now, the 8 route, depending on the call, we can run it either 2 ways. We usually run our 8 cut. It's called a bang 8. It's a 7-step route on top of the numbers, and it's all about timing. When you get to your 7th step on the top, you come out, your angle is toward the near pylon, and you want to catch that ball about 2 yards inside of the numbers, and it's going to be a very nice timing route. We also run our 8 cut as a big 8. It's not even there's no depth to our route. We don't break inside until we get on our man's toes. That's where we run our big 8 from. So if he's sitting at 12 yards, I have to chase him down, and when I get on his toes, I put my foot on the ground and I take the angle for for the near goalpost as well. That route is really good when we're playing. Teams are trying to play quarters on us. We run a lot of big eights against quarter teams. When you're playing against teams that play a lot of quarters, especially down in the red zone, they're susceptible to the big eight because the safety has to be, this inside safety on your side has to make a decision, especially in 2-by-2 sets. Now, if you have a receiver outside and you have a receiver inside and you run double posts, he's got to make a decision on which post is he going to jump on. Is he going to take the inside post or is he going to take the outside post? And whichever one he doesn't take, that's where the football is going to usually go. If you guys are home receivers like I am, the 9 route is probably your favorite route. It's the one that everybody loves to catch. It's the one you see all the time on all the highlights. It's one of the best routes you can run if you run it the right way. The most important thing guys think you do is just run fast and run by people. But there's a lot of technique to running the go route. You know, for a guy like me, I don't have blazing speed, so I have to be able to use my technique to be able to win most times. If a guy's playing off coverage on me, I want to run and I want to attack. I want to attack him. I don't want to run out. I don't want to run in. I want to run straight ahead. The defensive back has to cover me. He's going to come to me eventually. So when I'm running my route, I'm running straight ahead, and when he comes to me, I'm going to get to him, and I'm going to go outside of him, and then the most important part is you have to stack. When you have a guy on your hip, and he's running side by side, the quarterback is throwing the ball to your outside, you want to be able to stack him and get him in position where you can make the outside catch here. And that's pretty much undefendable when a guy has you in that position, and you can catch the ball outside your shoulder. It's one of the most beautiful things in football when it's executed properly.